Well, the nominations for the 78th Annual Golden Globe Awards have been announced, and it's good news for Aussies flying the flag in Hollywood. Entertainment reporter Sam Rubin is across it all and joins us now from Hollywood. Sam, good morning to you. Take us through some of the biggest shows and films nominated.
Well, let's start with TV. Obviously, an extraordinary year for television, a golden age, and the Golden Globes saluting the best in TV. We'll put up some graphics here and talk about some shows you may be watching and may well know. Lots of nominations for The Crown, Lovecraft Country, The Mandalorian. That, to me, is a surprise, very popular show.
I love that.
Ozark had a fantastic third season. Ratchet, not so much, but some of these shows campaign more successfully than others. They also do musical and comedies. Television here, Emily in Paris, that's a surprise. Online, Quayle Cuoco's reaction to being nominated for The Flight Attendant, she bursts into sobs. The Great with Elle Fanning, Schitt's Creek sort of doing a victory lap. And Ted Lasso, I don't know if you've seen it or not, or Karl, but it has an attitude about it. I think it's got a lot of momentum. It came out on Apple TV Plus this summer, but they made a concerted awards push. You're really trying to persuade just 80 voters. They did. It's nominated, I think, maybe tipped to win.
I think it's a real shock. One thing that's been omitted, and that is that wonderful, wonderful series. The script is amazing. Bridgerton.
Very interesting. I think the dilemma here is you've got popularity versus when it broke and how much they campaign. And there really is. This is like a high school election. And you're trying to literally persuade the editor of, Iceland Today and the Luxembourg Digest that this is the show that you should pay attention to. So they do a very concerted effort to get these 80 voters or so. But I don't think they really campaigned as much for Bridgerton. But Netflix, you should know, 42 nominations all told, 35% of all nominations, TV and movies, went to Netflix.
That Bridgerton's like Mills and Porn, isn't it? Meantime, Australia has a few big names in the running. Let's get back onto the Aussies in the running, and they've got a good chance, have they?
I tell you what, it's a very competitive category where we see two of our most familiar names in terms of Australian stars. Of course, Nicole Kidman for her work in The Undoing, and she is not alone. Nicole is joined, and this is a good category for Best Actress. Cate Blanchett also featured as a nominee for her work. So they're competing against others, but she was great as Phyllis Schlafly in Mrs. America. And The Undoing, I think, took its critical lumps, but people really watched it. And Golden Globes, more so than other awards, popularity sort of wins over merit sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible.
Also, Sam, this is, given COVID in the last year, this is Hollywood right at the crossroads. This is film versus streaming. And this is so interesting now what happens with the Golden Globes and then moving into the Oscars, because the whole nature of theatres is in question now, sadly. So moving forward and seeing what's nominated, what's snubbed, is fascinating to me moving forward.
Well, I tell you what I think people used to think was movies were better than streaming, and movie projects are more prestigious than television / streaming projects. That equation has been reversed. A lot of the movie titles, a lot of the movie nominations this morning for films that basically nobody has seen. So that's odd. The Oscars, of course, not happening till April. And in terms of the snubs that you talk about, we have a list here. Meryl Streep, as an example, did not get nominated for The Prom. I thought The Prom did not have much merit.
It's a terrible
James
film.
Corden did. And it is terrible. And the fact of the matter is, the Golden Globes definitely sort of place favorites, and they like James Corden very much.
You look good. Are you moisturising something different?
Thanks so much. I am moisturising as much as possible.
Makes all the difference. Thank you, Sam.
I love you, Sam. Thank you.